Meanwhile, at the Good Charm Manor in the office, Karen went to the cabinet and opened it and scanned through the files. Till one catch her eye, and then she pulled it out that read Angel Collins, and then she closed it and head to the desk and sat down and put the folder down just as Bradley came in and saw what his wife's doing. Honey, what are you doing? Just work. Did Gavin renew his contract deal? We made him a generous offer, one he can't refuse. Now, why don't you and I chat about your son? Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles International Hospital in the waiting room, Matt came back to where Gloria and Maria is. And they saw him and got up and faced him. Any new updates? So far, she hasn't moved. I just can't sit here. What? Don't do this to yourself. Vanessa will come through, trust me. Thank you. I needed that. Gloria and I are gonna head to the dining room. You want anything? No, I'll be fine. And as they turned and headed to the dining room, just as Taya came to where Matt is, and he saw her. Meanwhile, on the balcony, Helen and CJ are making out. So he stopped her. What is it? We can't keep doing this. That's what married couples do. Come on. You already know what I mean. Yes. And you're not ready to face the reality of this. I'm really worried of Vanessa. Trust me when I say she'll be fine in the end. Meanwhile, in Wilma's room, Wilma's looking at her test results. Just as Jillian came and knocked on the door. And she turned and saw her husband at the door. Jillian, how do you know where I'd be? I tracked your phone to this room, and as Jillian came in and closed the door and came to where Wilma is. What's going on? I need to tell you something. And as Jillian got the test papers from Wilma and saw what it is. And as he looked at Wilma, you're pregnant? Meanwhile, at the LAPD station in Greg's office, Greg's working on some paperwork. Till Brody came in and knocked on the door. Causing Greg to look up and saw Brody there. Oh yes, Brody, come in. And as Brody came in, closing the door, and turned and went to where Greg is and sat down across from him. You sound urgent on the text to meet you here, so what's going on? Yeah, look, I'm aware that you're helping your mate and his wife going undercover in high school to flush out this drug lord and all, but I'm gonna need your help as here as well. Meanwhile, at the Bayside Diner, Mary and Robbie are talking. Wow, we must have spent the whole night talking on what we like. I'm kinda glad I met you. I am too. So, I heard your family's quite known around here. Yeah, I say so. Anyways, what's your story? To be honest, Mary, I really don't have much. Of course you do. For a cute guy like you, there's bound to be one. Meanwhile, at the Grand Pub, Stephanie, Paul, Katie, and Chad are having brekkie. Thank you so much for letting me crash your place. Well, we got a lot of rooms there. Yes, indeed. What about your parents? They're really busy. So busy they don't even notice us at all. I, for one, actually like sneaking around, but being with you makes me feel like me again. So, thank you. Same goes to you for helping me find out what a traitor CJ is. And is Katie thinking, thank God I scored such a total hot guy, and there's nothing that's gonna change that. Meanwhile, outside Ravenwood, Eddie came out of the building and as he head to one of the taxis. And as he arrived and got in and closed the door, and as the driver turned and faced him. Where to, sir? Grandpa, if it's still around. Actually, it is. As you know, it was renovated last year by Wilma, Julian, Aaron, and Rachel. That's good to know. And as the taxi drove away. Meanwhile, at the Good Charm Manor in the office, Karen and Bradley are talking. Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't you make it quite clear you didn't want to talk? I changed my mind. And as Bradley came to where Karen is. What do you want to know about him? Well, I want to know where he is at this moment. I haven't heard from him since last year after his wife was sent to an institution. He left town since I don't want him to feel that he had to be away from his family, given to what's been happening lately. I really don't get you sometimes, Karen. What is that supposed to mean? Well, for one, you told me you didn't want nothing to do with him, and now you do a 180 with a sounding interest? I want to know the reason to why you're suddenly interested in the son I had with Mimi. Thing is, I miss him. Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles International Hospital in the waiting room, Taya and Matt are talking. How you doing? I feel helpless, knowing that my wife's in there. Thinks you don't know it, but sis, how the hell would you know? You're right, I don't know it at all, but all the doctors are doing what we can to make certain Vanessa come through. Really? Then why are you standing here talking to Matt then? And as Isabel and Sean came to where they are, and Taya saw her. Meanwhile, on the balcony, Helen and CJ are talking. I really don't know how or who caused that plane crash to begin with. Somebody tried to kill all of them that was on board. The question is, why? We'll all find out soon. Anyways, I gotta check on my brother before I go to school. I see you later. And as they kiss each other and pull back, and as CJ turned and head back in the hospital, and as Helen took out a pregnancy stick, and as she has a flashback of her and Gwen talking. Come off it already. We both know that you and Rachel are waiting to see me stuff up. Then you got us wrong. For you see, everything is not always about you as you know it. And it's a flashback in. Meanwhile, in Wilma's room, Wilma and Julian are talking. Yeah, I am. How long? A week. I didn't realize till Gwen told me hours ago. She's coming back to finish the paperwork. Were you gonna tell me this information at all? Look, it happened so fast and I wanted to call you. Look, thing is, I'm glad I was here for that information. What is that supposed to mean? And as Gwen came in, and Wilma and Julian saw. Oh right, Julian. I trust your wife told you the good news. Yes, she did. And I couldn't be more happier. Meanwhile, in the dining room, Maria and Gloria are having lunch while talking. I can't help but wonder what happened that makes your parents, they live to destroy people's lives, and now we've finally discovered that Alan, they're getting nervous and want to take us out? Yeah, and as Justin came to where they are and sat down, and Maria and Gloria saw him. Any news on Gloria? No, she's still in a coma. By the way, what did Mom and Dad say that we shouldn't meddle in their affairs concerning on that island? We gotta do something. Actually, you're not. And as Linda and Wayne came to where they are, and Maria, Gloria, and Justin saw them. Meanwhile, at the LAPD station in Greg's office, Greg and Brody are talking. Sure. What do you want me to do? I need you to go undercover in North Carolina to find out what happened to this person. And as Greg gave Brody a picture, and as he looked at it, and as he looked at Greg, I really don't get it. Why are they asking somebody from California when they can have one of their own? Because it would throw this person off guard. You need not to worry, you'll be well protected. I don't need protection, Greg. I just want to know what I'm getting myself into. And secondly, I hate to be far away from my wife, which is why she'll be clued on the whole thing. And while we're on that topic, Rachel, Aaron, and Will are the only ones to know about this operation. Nobody else. I'm gonna see if I can trust you with these. Look, thing is, I've known Aaron since I was a kid, and I also know Will since high school. And also, I feel that I can trust Rachel, so you needn't worry. Anyways, I gotta go meet up my wife. I'll text you the details when it comes. And as Brody got up and turned and left the office. Just as Yolanda came out of the closet to where Greg is, and he saw her. Meanwhile, at the Bayside Diner, Mary and Robbie are talking. And to conclude, I didn't want to be a part of that life anymore. Wow, that must have been really hard. I had to do whatever it means to make certain we don't go bankrupt. You really have to admit, being a stripper has its good days and all. Yeah, it did, but now my mom, dad, and sisters and brothers are doing well. I figure it's time to begin the next chapter of my life, so what's your story? Well, to set things short, I envy you a lot. Really? And why is that? Well, to put things short, I really wish I had a normal life. Meanwhile, at the Grand Pub, Stephanie, Paul, Katie, and Chad are talking. Well, it seems to me that CJ is gonna get his in the end. Word has it that he's doing cafeteria duty. That should be the least of his worries considering what he's done. come on, guys. Let's just give him a chance for what? For falsely blaming our family? No way in hell. And as Chad sent someone, Katie. You okay? Yeah, I am. I don't believe this. What is it? I forgot my phone. I must have let you place. That's okay. I give you right back. Okay. And as Paul got up and took out his wallet and put $40 on the table. We'll see you two lot at school. And as Stephanie also got up and got her stuff. And as she left with Paul, leaving Katie and Chad to talk. I was kind of hoping you and I had some long time for school. Oh, that could be arranged. And as Katie got up and went and stopped by Chad, and as they began kissing each other. Meanwhile, outside in a taxi, Eddie's on his way, and as he took out a photo of him holding Katie in the bear hug. And as Eddie has a flashback of him and Katie talking in New York City, more importantly, in Times Square. Thing is, I never love a man like I love you. I feel the same way about you. Then come to Los Angeles with me. I have to finish my semester first. Okay, I'll wait forever for you. You know I'm gonna count on that. And it's the flashback ending. And it's Eddie thinking, what the hell happened to us? Meanwhile, at the Good Charm Manor in the office, Karen and Bradley are talking. I'm sorry. We're not by me. You heard me correctly. I miss my stepson, and I don't give a damn that Mimi's the mother, cause he's family, and you know how I feel about family. Yeah, I do. Is that why you have his file on all? Yes, cause I know he was there, though you and I are aware. And as Karen opened and read some of the files. There. Seems he has a social media page and a contact member. And as Karen got her iPhone out, what are you playing at? I'm gonna call him right now. And as she began down his member. Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles International Hospital in the waiting room, Taya and Matt are surprised by Isabella and Sean's arrival. We have everyone on staff doing the best things. Oh, come off it. You know that Vanessa's not your favorite person. No matter what she's done to me, she's still my patient. Now, excuse me, I have work to do. And as Taya turned and walked away. And as Matt turned and faced Isabella and Sean. What the hell was that for? Come on, Matt. You expect to believe that she really cares she's a doctor. I understand that, but we need to watch her at all times. And as CJ came to the arm. And Matt, Sean, and Isabella saw. What's going on here? Meanwhile, in the dining room, Maria, Gloria, and Justin are facing Linda and Wayne. What the hell do you two want? Take a hint, all of you, to what happened. Shut your foolskins, you son of a bitch. And it's Justin got up and grabbed Wayne's shirt by the collar, but Maria got up and got between him. Stop it, Justin. He's not worth it. You better listen to her, unless you want prison time. And as Justin pushed Wayne from him. Like I said, you all are gonna learn not to interfere. Tell us. And as Gloria got up and faced him. What's on that island that got my parents so worried you all seem to be bored at your lives that we want to live in peace? You all will. Now, I'm gonna tell you it's a friendly suggestion to back the hell up. Excuse us. And as Linda and Wayne turned and walked away. And as Gloria alone with Justin came and sat down. Meanwhile, on the balcony, Helen's thinking with her pregnancy stick in her hand. Damn it, I can't take this suspense anymore. I gotta know whether I'm pregnant or not. And as Helen starts to look at the results. Oh my god. This can't be possible. And as the test revealed that it's positive, confirming that Helen's pregnant. Meanwhile, in Wilma's room, Wilma, Julian, and Gwen are looking at the sonogram at the baby while Gwen's performing the procedure. Wow, seems already begun. Here you are. See that? That's the head crown starting to form. And as Julian looked at Wilma, you know, this is a great moment for you and I. The thing is, my husband and I were overjoyed when our second child was born in 2008. Look, I'm sorry what happened. That's the thing in the past. Look, I'll be back and I'll give you some time alone. And as Gwen took off her gloves and went and left the room. And as Wilma and Julian continued talking. I've been feeling sick at the hospital for a couple of weeks and I kinda told Martha. Martha knows as well. Well, yeah, she thinks I'm pregnant, but I haven't told her. But point is, I'm glad to have you back in my life. So am I. Meanwhile, in Taya's office, Taya came in and saw Brody there, and as she closed the door and went to where he is, and as he got up, just as she came to where he is, and they began kissing each other. And they pulled back, and as Brody took out a letter. Are those the results I've been waiting for? Yeah, they are. Look, we need to talk. This does not sound good. Greg gave me another undercover assignment, so I'm gonna be off the waiter for a couple months, but I'll be back, I promise you, and I'm gonna fill you in on all the details. I can't wait till you're back to read the results. No, you should read them. Just so you know, I'm here for you no matter what. Thank you. And as they hug each other and pull back and begin kissing each other and pull back. I'm not going anywhere yet, but I'll let you know. And as Brody turned and walked out of Taya's office, just as Taya began to open the contents of the letter. Meanwhile, at the LAPD station in Greg's office, Greg's surprised by Yolanda's arrival. How much of that? Sure, enough. And thank you, cause honestly, I feel that Brody's getting too close in this, and I don't want him in my way to ruin this opportunity as I know it. You didn't tell me to reason towards. Chances are I won't. Remember, Greg, I have information that will cost you your job should you make me mad. Get in line. I heard that speech numerous of times and nothing's happened. You haven't dealt with me yet. Anyways, more importantly, your daughter's future is now at risk. Why don't you have any parents, by the way? We're talking about you and not me, and secondly, that's none of your business. I'll make a few phone calls and the rest come to play. Anyways, I'll be in touch with you. And as Yolanda turned and left Greg's office. Meanwhile, at the Bayside Diner, Mary and Robbie are talking. You don't envy my life. Trust me when I tell you this. You don't want to be a part of a family who has to be cautious because those around want to destroy us. And who are these people? People you don't want to meet at all. They're destructive in every way you can find. Well, fear not, because I'm going to see to it that you're safe with me. Why? When you just met me for the matter. You're an amazing woman who must have went through hell, but now it's time for you to see how it feels to be safe again. Thank you. Anyways, it was nice to meet you, Robbie, and I'm hoping to see you again. And as Mary got out a pen and wrote a number on the napkin and moved the napkin to Robbie. Here's my cell. Now, I'm expecting a call or text from you. And as Mary got up and turned and walked away. Meanwhile, at the Preston Rich Manor in Paul's room, Stephanie and Paul came in making out. And as she stopped, you think we have enough time before we go to school? Yeah, the way I see it, we got an hour, which is enough for us to kill time. Good for me. And as Paul closed the door, and as they continued to make out, and as Paul led Stephanie towards his bed. Meanwhile, at the Grand Pub, Katie and Chad are talking. I believe that you and I are gonna have a great future. I do too. Anyways, what holiday spot you wanna go to? Well, I would like to go to Hawaii. That'd be nice in the future, but I can always dream. Why not this summer? You make it sound like you got your own private jet. I can make anything happen with the snap of my fingers. Yeah, seems you do. And as they begin kissing each other and pull back. You ready? Yeah. And as Chad got his wallet and put $40 on the table, and as they both got up and got the stuff and turned and head out holding hands. And as they went out the pub and head to the car, just as another taxi came from behind that car. And as Eddie got a taxi and closed the door and see Katie talking with another guy. Katie, and as Katie turned and saw Eddie there with Chad by her. And as Eddie came to where they are. It's been a long time, hasn't it? You know this guy? Actually, I do.